Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into my podcast, Xena Life as a Dominatrix. This is season 2, episode 1, and this will be broadcasted on Summer Day, June 21st, 2022. Happy summer. Summer is finally here. Season 1, I've had all types of various podcast episodes, and then I answered your questions, lots of Q&As, and discussed a lot about fetish, kink, the lifestyle, BDSM, etc., etc. But this is season 1, episode 2. So I gave this a lot of thought because this is this episode does talk about kink, but this particular episode, the title, well, I'm just going to say, What the Fuck is Going On? Part 1. So that's the title. What the Fuck is Going On? Part 1. So I might get a little bit of backlash by this, but at this point, I really don't care. And this is just all my opinion and what I've seen on the internet, being posted on the internet with minors, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? But for me personally, I was explained the definition of kink and fetish at the age of 16 in my psychology class in high school. I was a junior in high school, and one class, the psychology teacher gave us a newspaper article on fetish, and read it over, read it over, and it just sparked an interest, and I was very intrigued by this topic and wanted to do my own research. But what is going on currently? These children are being exposed way too early at a way too early age. For example number 1, a woman on TikTok. I'm not sure if this person was a teacher or what. She actually stated, kink and kids can and should coexist at Pride in a totally fine way. Huh? What? In my personal opinion, kink should be 18 and over for adults. But for her to say this is just jaw-dropping. In my opinion, I don't think kink should be displayed at Pride. It's great to have pride of who you are as a kinky individual, but to display it in front of minors or children is wrong, in my opinion. So yeah, that's example number 1. Example number 2, this was recently at an all-age LA Pride. Christina Aguilera, out of all people, was there doing her little performance. She wore a green corset. However, with this corset, beneath was a giant green strap-on dick she was wearing during her performance. Although they advertised this as a family-friendly event. I mean, like, what? Sure, I'm pro strap-on, but that's for, adults to see. 18 and over, 21 and over. Not for all ages. Why would she wear this? What was she thinking? I don't know. Maybe a publicity stunt. I don't know. Who knows how many kids were there? I don't know. Some people were actually defending her, stating that this was a night performance or something like that. But who knows if there were kids there. And for, so kids going to a night performance in general with the parents shouldn't happen, in my opinion. Parents should take more responsibility, in my opinion. And for her to just display her giant strap-on dick was like, okay, what the fuck? You know, maybe for her it was a fashion statement, but God forbid if there were really kids in the audience witnessing this, I'm like flabbergasted, like what the fuck? Why would you do this? And yeah, so that really, I saw the photo and I saw how giant this thing was, and for the event to mention this is a family friendly event, like how is that family friendly? It's adults, it's for adults only, not for children, to see your ginormous strap-on dick. That's just wrong, okay? That's just my opinion. Another example, some writer at the Washington Post posted last year, the headline stated, "Yes, kink belongs at Pride, and I want my kids to see it." This writer actually said this. Again, I disagree. I disagree completely. I don't think kids should see this. I mean, sure, there's all kinds of stuff on the internet. That's why there's parental devices where the parents control what the kids see on the internet, which is great. But to see this kink in person when you're a minor is wrong, period. And I disagree. It should be 18 and over, displayed at an event that's 18 and over, 21 and over. I'm talking about kink, that is. That's just my opinion. And another example, I've seen footage of a happy mother with her toddler at Pride LA this year. However, this toddler, I watched the footage a few times and my jaw like dropped. But basically in the footage, it was, and clearly this was a toddler. It was like a little child. Luckily they blurred the photo of the child, which should happen more because they don't consent to their photos being on the internet. These children, they're too young and their photos should not be on the internet, but somebody happened to take a video of this very moment of Pride LA where basically there was kink displayed in Pride LA. Basically there was a leather daddy in the video. There was video clip of this Pride. There was a leather daddy demonstrating his whip, whipping another submissive, and this happened right before this toddler's eyes. Like, why would you do that in front of a toddler? That makes no sense. What message are you portraying? What the fuck? What the fuck? Who are you trying to impress? Your whipping skills? What the fuck? It's just wrong, okay? And also there were puppy play being demonstrated, human puppies in front of this toddler. Also in the footage, later on in the footage, I noticed there were some teenagers there. There's all kinds of things that happen at Pride, but like, for instance, corporations will have their floats, or drag queens will do their dances, throw beads to the audience, condoms to the audience, souvenirs, etc., etc. But to display BDSM play in front of minors that do not consent to witnessing this, is completely fucking wrong, in my opinion. And sure, it's great to have pride of who you are, whether you're a human puppy, leather daddy, submissive, etc. But to demonstrate this your whipping technique in front of children while walking the parade. I mean, sure, they could see that in Indiana Jones, where where he whips out his bullwhip and um, anyway, so um, for minors to witness BDSM without consent in public is totally wrong. Um, and sure, like personally, like when I wanted to do my own research on BDSM, I was age 16. That is considered a minor. But I did my own research, and then I really got to experience BDSM play at age 18 when I was an adult. Um, but I mean, that's why this whole episode is like, what the fuck is going on? Part one. Part two, I'll go more in depth of what the fuck is going on, what I've been witnessing on different posts on Twitter. They've uh, it's kind of like jaw dropping. Like, why are minors being exposed to this at such a young age? They're not only teenagers; they're children being exposed to this. Um, and also the last example that I gave with LA Pride, when the toddler was just watching, why didn't the parent cover the toddler's eyes? Um, I think I think kids. I've seen many kids at Pride. I think that's great. I think that's great that they're there at the parade to celebrate. But to demonstrate your whipping technique and actually whip submissive in front of a child is wrong, in my opinion. Keep that, 18 and over, behind closed doors at your play space, at your dungeon, wherever, hotel room, wherever. So, and this footage, these different footages, it's been being reposted and reposted on Twitter. Um, I'm not on TikTok. TikTok is too toxic. Um, and some of these platforms should just be like 18 and over, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Um, yeah, so, um, yeah. And for um, the example number two, I mentioned how this woman stated kink and kids can and should coexist at Pride. Um, it's great to have pride for your kink and whatnot, but not for children to see this. And no, I disagree with her completely. Um, yeah, so if you have any questions about what I've discussed, feel free and email me. And I don't expect you to agree or disagree. This is just my opinion. And also, I'm not like a conspiracy theorist. I'm not conservative or liberal. My eyes are open and my jaw is dropped because more and more children are being exposed way too early to this. Keep it adults only, 18 and over, kink. Not for children to see. Come on. Wake the fuck up. What the fuck? It's wrong. It's just wrong. In my opinion, it's wrong. Let them do their own research on kink as well. Like teenagers, like me, I did my own research. But that's just me. And it really sparked a curiosity, kink and fetish, and I became more and more attracted to it, drawn to it, and I knew back then, oh, this is where I belong. But to show little children this, come on. And I know with teenagers, I know like sex ed is taught in school when the person's a teenager. And with the psychology class at age 16, maybe my teacher felt at the time, okay, this is an appropriate age to show these 16, 17-year-olds this article on kink and fetish that I was exposed, that I read about and shown this article. And I'm glad that I, learned about it at that very moment in that class, that one day for like 1 hour, and then it just sparked my interest. But to say that kink and kids can and should coexist, I mean, no, 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 wrong, not wrong. Keep it 18 and over. So yeah, once again, if you have any questions about this particular episode, feel free and send me an email. And yeah, this was great to discuss, and happy summer to you all. Have a great day.